Hey, so I just got done watching the executive communication video and Limitless and Leveling Up. I got my notes. And I want to share with you three the big takeaways that I got from it. This was all about basically to frame it for you. Executive communication is being able to speak instructions and then know that exactly what you say got done. You don't have to doubt it or question it because you've put it together in such a way that it just goes and gets completed. It reminded me from going through it. It reminded me whenever I used to work in a call center, and what the way it was set up is we had an ocean of cubicles, and then you had people that walked around. Whenever a question was needed, you'd have a little cup that you put up, a little solo cup, and different colors meant different needs. And so I became one of those SMEs, as they called them, subject matter experts. And I remember getting so frustrated because I would go over there. They'd ask a question, I'd tell them it, and then I'd walk away. Only by the time I get done with the end of the row, they'd put their cup back up, and I come back to that same person, and they follow up with something else. Eventually, this became such an annoyance to me that whenever I would have a cup, I would notice that like when a cup would go up and they would ask me something about like a cable box, like, hey, so-and-so's trying to rewire their cable box for this new HD TV. I would not only tell them that solution, I would also follow it up with two or three other solutions and recommend where to find the information next time. So what I found out was this was allowing me to have less work because people were able to then find the answers on their own. So I was kind of forecasting in the future for them what they needed to do. So that's what it brought me back to. So just to kind of take that thought and bring it back into executive communication, how you could use that same kind of thing in your own home business or communication is to put yourself in. My big takeaways was put yourself into that person's, whoever's receiving the message in their shoes. Make sure that you acknowledge them as an individual, that you understand that what their workload already is or how big or little it might be. Next, give them the action steps that you require of them so that they don't have to think about it. People want to know exactly what they need to do to get approval or, like what do they need to do to check off to say, hey, your work's done. They don't want to have to guess. And then lastly, reinforce, why it is so important that they do these tasks in whatever, framework that you give to them, and reinforce how much you appreciate the work that they do. By following all those kind of steps that Mark went over, you're able to eliminate a lot of back and forth and just annoyances. Anytime that you can think of an annoyance and address it, then you're going to be golden in the long run. So those are some of my small little takeaways. Of course, we could talk for hours about communication because I think that that's a big barrier for a lot of people, is just being able to communicate clearly to get your thoughts and feelings and emotions across in a way that people can understand, because we all kind of come from different perspectives depending on where we're at. So I'm going to end it with that. And thanks for taking the time. I enjoyed it.